Welcome back in the Pursuit of Wealth, everybody. It's Rod with POW Group, your home for MJ Stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Today is Tuesday, August 5th. Hope you're doing well. And in this video, we're going to do another earnings prep video. This is going to be for Green Thumb's Q2 2025 earnings tomorrow. And we'll go over all of the analyst estimates as well. We'll take a quick peek toward the end at the chart. There is a bullish continuation pattern saying that we could be going another leg higher. We'll look at what we need to see to confirm that. Before we do, make sure to smash the like, help support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And as always, this is not financial advice, this is for entertainment purposes only. And full disclosure, I do own GTBIF stock, just a tiny little position at the moment. I have been adding, but want to be fully transparent. You can follow us over on X as well, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. And we actually had a POW algo alert that went off on GTBIF. We had the bullish triple thunder crossover POW algo alert. What that is essentially it takes three different conditions. The first one being the weekly close over the 10-week moving average. Then if the weekly MACD bull cross happens and the weekly stochastic crosses bullish all simultaneously, if all three of those are happening simultaneously, we get the alert and we get it in POW algo in email format or in the POW private community, whichever one you're in or however you have it configured. We can see here we had the bullish triple thunder crossover. The price got above the 10-week moving average. We had a bull cross of the stochastic and on the weekly and the MACD on the weekly. And the price on July 7th, when that fired off, it closed at 549 and we just hit a high of 770. So again, this POW algo alert went off on July 7th, and that was tons of heads up there to be looking for a big move. And speaking of the algo service, we have a flash sale going on today, 50% off the annual, and that'll be for the next 48 hours. Ends up being about $150 Canadian. If you're in the US, it's closer to around $125. So you can take advantage of that. There'll be links for this in the description and the comment section as well. You can just go to powgroup.ca or pursuitofwealthgroup.com and click on algo at the top, or scroll down and you'll see algo there as well. So that was a solid alert that was pretty much bang on for the most part. Like, that's probably my favorite alert, is the bullish triple thunder crossover. Bearish triple thunder crossover is just the flip side of that. And you can see it's happened many times on the chart as well. The last time we had it, we went from about $5 down to $4.80. That was on the bearish. Actually, we didn't even have the full crossover there. So that was a signal that we might not see as much downside because we didn't have the bear cross of the MACD on the weekly time frame as well. So we'll take a look at the analysts' estimates and what to expect on Wall Street. Obviously, if these numbers have a huge beat in them, then we'll be expecting a big move on the stock. But they're going to be releasing their earnings tomorrow, and it's going to be Wednesday, August 6th, and it's going to be after market closes. Then there'll be the webcast. I'll do my best to join this one. Not sure if I'll be able to due to other time commitments, but if this is something that you'd like me to live stream, please let me know, and I'll see what I can do time permitting. But that's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern time, so just after the earnings come out, after market. We'll see what happens. I might be able to make it happen. So if we take a look at the analyst estimates they're all pretty much the same. Investing.com is saying 282.17, and EPS is forecasted at positive 0.043. Same thing here with TradingView. Actually, there was a little lower, 280.61 million in terms of revenue, and EPS 0.042. And then Moomoo, if we bring that up and look at the analysts, there was 8 of them on the revenue and 5 on the EPS. They're forecasting 280.577 million and EPS at positive 0.042. So if we add all those up for revenue, we're expecting 281.119 million, and that's USD. And then in terms of EPS, positive 0.042. So if we come in at 320, well, we're probably gonna, and EPS is in line or better, then we're probably gonna see a big move. If we come in at 261 and negative EPS or something like that, then that would obviously be a big move to the downside. But we did have a pretty sizable move here over the last little bit, so I'm kind of wondering what's it gonna take, right? I'm not expecting any major surprises or anything like that from this earnings report. I think it's just going to be more of the same, just going to be status quo. They've got great margins, somewhere around the close to 50% higher. And yeah, we'll continue to, I don't think they really had any new markets or anything like that. So I don't think there's going to be anything too crazy that catches us off guard here in this earnings report. But the fact that we did run this much into earnings means that it could very well be a kind of bearish reaction because of the fact that we've moved quite a bit in anticipation of this. We already had the bullish triple thunder crossover. We're getting pretty extended now. We're bumping our head right on the 50 weekly moving average, and we're finding resistance here at the 200-day moving average as well. So this is typically where you get pretty extended and then you get above the moving averages, especially the 200-day and in this case the 50 weekly. Those are very major zones of resistance, right? So typically we pull back and then we come back within those moving averages and we just gravitate back towards them, right? We get extended to the downside, resistance, try to get it back as support, and then we get extended to the upside and we come back down and just gravitate back toward. So we'll see. I'm kind of leaning bearish just for that reason alone, but we do have an hourly bull flag into tomorrow. The only thing I don't like about this setup is the fact that we could confirm an hourly downtrend here. So if we see this lower high and a lower low now, like if this could be a bull flag if we come up and break resistance there at 770, and then you just take your measure and move there from the low to the high. But what I'm not going to like, and in order to negate it, we need to lose the 0.32 fib there at the $6.78 mark. And I've been using fib levels based on log scale, and I also use log scale on TradingView, so I've been finding it a lot more accurate. What was happening was I saw a lot of lower wicks down to like the 0.5 fib, and all this means 0.5, 0.32 fib. It's not like I'm a math wizard or anything like that. This is just from the low to the high of this move. That's how much we pulled back. So in this instance, we would have only pulled back about 38%. This would be 50% of the move. If you go back to where the beginning, one would be 100% of the move, right? So that makes sense. If you go from here to here and then come back to here, well, you give back the whole move, right? So 100%. And then this is just the 50%, 618, etc. So that's that. And if we come down here and form another lower low, that's not going to be good because we'll have our lower high and lower low. That's going to be confirming an hourly downtrend. What's a bull flag? It's a bullish continuation pattern. What's a bear flag? A bearish continuation pattern. So you don't want to see a downtrend kind of leading into the most important part of the bull flag, because if we lose 0.32 fib, then we're going to negate it, right? We're not going to expect this. We'll probably expect to pull back to the golden pocket around $6.26, etc. Maybe even below $5. So at this point, in order to confirm it, what I would like to see is that we just don't lose the low there at 704 and then come up and break 770, and then we're targeting 951. Again, I'm just not expecting this as the most likely scenario because we've already run so much. We have the 50 weekly bumping our head on it. We have the 200-day, we're bumping our head on that as well. So, and these are typically very, very strong resistances and brick walls, right? So they're going to be a huge sell wall there, in my opinion, more than likely going to last a couple of weeks. And again, we're still seeing crypto dominate the headlines. It's every second word out of the new administration's mouth: crypto, blockchain, etc., AI. So I'm not expecting big movement on cannabis stocks until probably the fall, and that seasonality effect as well. But yeah, if we come down and lose 678, that's not going to be good. We're going to negate it, and we're going to have an hourly downtrend as well. So key support got to be that 678, and then 770 is the high there that we need to break. Key resistance, and then we could be off to the races up to around 950. All right, that's pretty much it. We could see a golden cross over the next few weeks, but that's exactly that. It probably won't happen for another few weeks, just kind of adding to the fact that I think we'll see us tighten up on the price, come back down around the 650 area. That's kind of what I'm anticipating, and just because of the fact of that, those big moving averages, we're bumping our head on it. We had a huge move. I'm going to go with a bearish reaction to earnings, but we'll see what happens. It's more than likely not going to be like bad earnings. They've always had great earnings, stock, and the earnings aren't doing anything, right? Companies that are profitable, not profitable, doesn't matter if you're a producer in the US, Canada, retailer, ETF, they're all down like 80, 90%, right? So it's just the sign of the times right now, and eventually we'll get back into a bull market where these financial reports will matter a lot more, and especially as the sector matures. Also, I want to let everybody know that today is an exciting day. Just finally published the Invest in Trading Mastery course. 102, course 102, Investing in Trading Mastery. So that's the second one. If you haven't taken the first one, Trading and Investing 101, it doesn't matter if you're new, advanced, you'll still get a lot of information out of it because I go over like things pertaining to crypto, explaining crypto, and kind of pros and cons there, tips and tricks. And then in this one, it's more honed in on setting up your charts and technical analysis, fundamental analysis, using those in conjunction with one another. And then chapter 3, super cool. I have all kinds of knowledge tests, interactive quizzes, examples. Yeah, there's tons of value here, and I spent I would say over 100 hours by the time it's all said and done on this course. And basically what I'm trying to do is condense like 15-20 years worth of experience into 15 to 20 hours in the course. And actually I was able to condense it into about, I haven't really taken it myself, and it's hard for me to take it myself because some people are going to watch things once or twice, right, just to learn it. So I don't really know. We'll say somewhere around, I think 10 to 15 hours will be the sweet spot for this. I'd say some people might even be able to do it in 7, depending on how quickly you can absorb the information. But you want to make sure you're doing that is absorb the information, because yeah, if you're not, if you're just going through the information and you're just listening to me talk and not like, putting it on your charts and following along with me on your computer and on your platform, because that's what's going to matter, that you do everything very similarly, and you're able to look at the video and then, kind of make sure you're doing it right at the same time. So the harder you work on it, like I said, it's going to take probably an extra few hours or something like that. But I think you can get it done in about 7 to 10 hours. But like I said, 15 on the high end, $99. So that's actually going to be probably going up at some point soon, based on the amount of work that I put into it. But I've got people really excited. There's people in the Power Group private community who've been waiting for this for a while, and yeah, they're stoked, and I'm excited. If you're in Power Group, or if you're part of the course and you started taking it already, please let me know your thoughts and opinions. Like I said, I worked very, very hard on it, and I'm hoping you enjoy it as much fun as I had making it, because yeah, it was a lot of work, but yeah, it's awesome to just have my brain down on paper and in video on the internet, so that I can share it with the world. So if you found value in it, please let me know. I would love to hear your feedback. All right, it's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.